So, Series 17 is not too far away now. In fact, we had the first sneak preview of it last week at the end of the festival playlist on Series 16, where it says coming soon, with it busy saying Japan Automotive. So, with that in mind, here's 5 cars that I'd like to see in Series 17. Starting off, we've got, well, a little bit of an oddball. I know it's not strictly Japanese, the Vauxhall Omega, because I've been asking for it since Forza Horizon 3. And for perspective, that's 2016 that I've been asking for that thing. So that's the non-Japanese car, the oddball out of the way. Moving on, here's 4 more. So the Nissan Z, the Nissan C, however you wish to say it, there's the 350 and the 370, and we can both agree they are very popular cars in game. In fact, in the background footage, you can see me rallying Chris Forsberg's Safari Z. If you want a full video on that car, do go ahead and let me know in the comments. But with the, quote, new edition of Rocket Bunny and a Rocket Bunny kit for the Nissan Fairlady Z432, I totally did not have to go and Google that. But with that, it means we could be getting some more Nissan Z related stuff. In fact, it was even hinted in one of the early Talk Tuesdays on a very specific Super 7. People like AR12 have already covered that, so that's, again, the most probably popular one out of the way. And second most popular is the Toyota Chaser, or the JZX, or just the Cresta, just that platform of vehicle. Definitely JZX platform has certainly been very popular, and it's certainly one of the cars that I would like to at least drive virtually if I can't get my hands on one over here in the UK just yet. Another cool one I'd like to see is car number 3 on this list. No, car number 4 on this list. I had to stop and think for a minute, my brain kind of broke. But I'd like to see the Toyota Corolla from years of 2001 to 2003, because that variant we just don't have in this game. We've got, well, in the previous game we had the SR5, which was a very, very early edition, and in this game we have got the Formula Drift edition, which is the most recent Corolla, but we don't have anything in between. We've gone from the oldest straight to the newest, but I'd like to see somewhere in between, because of course it did have its time as the Castrol car in WRC. And for a game with dirt tracks and an entire Baja circuit, you'd have thought they'd have brought in something from WRC, seeing as we're starting to get race cars back in, much like we have this season with an upcoming MG. And that brings me to our last car. Speaking of race vehicles, I would love to see YouTuber, quote, Samet's S15 2JZ powered FDJ2 car. Now, there were rumours of it being scanned, quote, for a video game, but we were never told which one, and seeing as this is Japanese Automotive, or as I think it really should be called, Japanuary. Anybody like the pun? No? Okay, I'll see myself out for that one. But seeing as it's already been scanned by some people, we don't know who, for which company. A few people have started speculating it's either Assetto Corsa, CarX Drift, but personally I would like in Forza Horizon 5, as I have quite my fair share of Sylvia's. Seriously, I have too many, please send help. And on the extra little edition of Nissans, here's a fun one. I'd like to see the Nissan R33 400R, because nobody seems to cover that thing. We've got the Nissan Skyline GTR LM Nismo in the game, which is essentially a buffed up wide-bodied R33, but I mean you could argue that's what the 400R is as well, but let's face it, we've got many types of the same Mustang in this game, so I don't think another extra vehicle would go amiss. And even though this is a fairly short list, just a few of the cars I'd love to see, covering the oddball Vauxhall Omega, the Toyota JZX, or the Cresta, or the Chaser, whichever one. And then we've also got the 400Z, known as the Proto Z, which has been hinted, and I really suspect it could be in this next update. The early years Corolla, around the 2000s to 2003 mark Corolla, maybe 2005, we don't quite know, could just get anything. And Samet's Sylvia, I'd absolutely love to see that in this game, probably under the Formula Drift tab. And the extra little one at the FTO GTO, whichever one it is, it has something TO in the name, but honestly, I'd like to see that too, just because it'd be something different, and maybe one of the old Subaru's handbars, maybe a couple of K-trucks, because can you just imagine doing that? And yeah, that is about my list, so let me know in the comments if you agree, and also let me know a few that you would like to see in the next series, and indeed future series in Forza Horizon 5. But with that said, that is going to be it for me, so thank you very much for watching. I'll go ahead and see you all in the next video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, Sec out. Bye! If even one of these is right, I'm going to be celebrating.